Hello, Humboldt County Sheriff Billy Honsal here. It's Tuesday afternoon on the 24th of March, and I just wanted to provide a little update on the current situation here in Humboldt County and how the county is doing with the local health officer, Dr. Frankovich's order. We're in, I believe, day 4 of the order and of the shelter in place. And all in all, I think the residents here in Humboldt County are taking this serious. But there are still a few people out there that are not taking this thing serious. And so I want to urge people. We've had our 3rd confirmed case today, and we need people to understand that this is in place for a reason. That the way this is oftentimes spread is through community transmission. And so right now, we want people to stay in their homes whenever possible and only go out when they are a part of the essential businesses, when they're a part of those essential activities, then they're offering the essential services. When they're doing any of those 3 things, that's fine. Go take care of those things, go to and from, but also maintain your social distancing at all times. That means 6 feet, 6 feet bubble all around you. And if we all do this right now, we sacrifice these days and get through this in the next few days, few weeks, then we can get past this and get on to rebuilding and doing what we do as a country and as a county, and that is build up, be resilient, and get back to what our normal is. So I understand the sacrifice that everyone is taking right now, and there's a tremendous burden on our community because of all this. But the sacrifice today will benefit all of us in the future. So I really, really want everyone to have that cooperation and that spirit of community to look out for others and to make sure that they do whatever they can so all of us can get through this more quickly.
Can you speak a little bit about enforcement of the shelter in place?
Yes, enforcement and shelter in place. Right now, we're getting phone calls regarding businesses staying open, regarding gatherings that are people aren't doing the social distancing recommendations and orders. So we are actually going out right now. We are serving businesses with letters that are official warning letters that's saying you're on notice. You are not an essential business as defined in the health order, and we are ordering you to shut down. And so we're giving them the opportunity to voluntarily comply. Like I said before, we're doing education right now as opposed to enforcement. And so I really want people to really want to comply with these orders and to volunteer to shut their businesses down when they're really not essential. And so, believe it or not, we are getting a lot of other businesses that are shut down. They're going around and they're on patrol for us, and they're actually looking out for these businesses that are staying open that are not complying with this order. And so we're getting lots of tips. We're following up on those tips, and we're making sure that everything is thoroughly documented. We're giving people the opportunity to voluntarily comply first, but if you don't, we have the opportunity to issue citations, and if people still don't comply, refuse to sign the citation, we could even arrest people. It's a misdemeanor. You could face up to $1,000 fine per incident. So we really don't want to have to do that. We understand the economic impact that this has on all of the businesses, but we really want to get through this quickly, and the only way we can do that is by following the health officer's orders.
And in this latest case, we had commercial results that had pointed to the positive. Can you talk a little bit about the commercial testing and what you know about that?
Right. And speaking with the public health department, we have 2 ways that we're testing people here. One is through our local lab. The other one is through commercial testing. And so there are certain hospitals and doctor's offices that are sending those tests out to those clinics, and I'll mind you that these are all out of town, so it takes a day to travel down there and to get into the queue, and it could take a couple days, and so it could be 3 to 4 days that it takes for us to actually get the results for someone that is tested. So if someone gets tested today, we might not get their test results 4 days from now, as opposed to our local lab, which has anywhere from a 12 to 24-hour turnaround. So the results from the private labs, as opposed to our lab, they're a little bit skewed because we have more real time. Every day we're giving you those numbers. Those private labs, every 4 days or so, we're getting the numbers from the previous 4 days. So we're going to keep people up to date on that. The private labs are mandated to contact us whenever there is a positive test. So that happened in this circumstance. So we're able to follow up on that, contact the person, making sure that everything's in place, and then follow up with who their significant contacts have been.
Is there anything else that you'd like the community to know?
We want the community to totally get behind this right now, and again, sacrifice today. Sacrifice your time, spend time with your family, stay at home. That is the key to our success at this time, and support those people that are going through this. Our first responders, our medical personnel, EMS, all those people that are running these essential businesses. They're working long hours, and right now, we don't have this wide community transmission here in Humboldt County. We want to keep it that way. We want to make sure that this is something that we can just, slow the curve, like we all talked about and heard about. And so we want to make sure that we maintain that here in Humboldt County as much as we can. Right now, I think one other thing we should touch on is travel. So right now, there's essential travel that's outlined here in our health officer's orders. We do not have a travel ban in place. We do not have a checkpoint at our borders. We aren't randomly stopping people to confirm that they are traveling for those essential purposes. But we could get there if there's widespread community transmission. So I don't want to take that away, that what may occur in the future, but right now that's not what we're doing. Again, we want education, we want voluntary compliance. We hope that people will want to do this more, and so we can get through this together.
Can you talk about evictions as well?
Right now, the sheriff's office is not doing any evictions. So it was a recommendation from the governor. We already had that in place, that we were not going to evict anyone during this time. That's the last thing we want to do, is create another issue with someone being pushed out on the street. I know there's probably not a lot of places to rent right now because of property managers are probably shut down and those kind of things. So we want to make sure that, we're tabling this like a lot of other activities for the next 30 to 45 days so we get through this, and then we will be playing catch up after that point.
And can we talk about hotels and Airbnbs?
Right now, we've had a lot of calls about people coming in from out of the area that are maybe in our hotels or in our maybe vacation rental homes and those kind of things. There's nothing we can do to prevent people from actually traveling for that purpose. We understand that there are people that have a transient lifestyle and that don't have a home base, and that they travel. They're retired or they travel, and so there's no way of restricting that. And so they may be, renting these homes. People have the right to, I guess, to shut down their VRBO or their Airbnb if they want to. But right now, there's no restrictions on allowing people to come in and stay at our hotels.
And then finally, if people need more information, what should they do?
Right now, we have a dedicated website. Obviously, subscribe to the Humboldt Health Alert that's on our county website. Look for our website here in the county that has all the latest information on COVID. And we also want to steer people to the California Department of Public Health's website and also CDC. Those are 3 websites that you're going to have bona fide information on. Please do not spread internet rumors. Please do not forward things that are unverified. All that does is create panic in the community. There has been so much things that we've had to run down because of this sheer panic that people cause by sharing a story that's unconfirmed. And so we don't need to have that happen. Please verify. Please share the information that you find on the COVID-19 Humboldt website, the Facebook pages, so you're going to get the latest information on that. Every day we're releasing the results from the lab tests, and we're doing our best to get our lab on all cylinders and getting as many tests out a day that we possibly can. And so I'm very, very thankful for our medical community, all the hospitals, and the first responders that are really stepping up and are dealing with this crisis firsthand. So thank you.